Hey guys, this is Adam with TAT Express, and today I want to go over with you DPF filters, why they're important and why they're important to maintain. So let's get right to it. Okay, so what is DPF? DPF is basically just a filtration system for your exhaust. Back in 2009, EPA mandated all manufacturers of diesel engines put some sort of after-treatment system on their engines, basically just cutting down the nitrous oxide that the diesel engines produce. So over time, these systems has evolved. They basically all do the same. So making sure that yours is working correctly is very important, and also maintaining it. Every 400 to 500K OEM recommends that you pull the filters and clean them. So today I want to show you just a couple of things, what the after treatment consists of and what DPF filters are. Okay guys, so what we have here is a Detroit one box system. The reason why it's called a one box is because, like I mentioned, the after treatment systems evolve over time. What they ended up adding is an SCR system, which is basically just after your filtration, it goes into a catalytic converter type chamber, and it mixes with your DEF. This is a DEF line coming in there with that high heat, and that DEF, what it ends up doing is canceling out the rest of your NOx. So the way the system actually is being monitored is by just a bunch of sensors. You can't see them all here, but I can point some out here. Your main sensors are going to be your pressure sensors. These are the sensors that are monitoring your filter. So what it does is you got a pressure sensor on the inlet and you have a pressure sensor on the outlet. And they go to one sensor that checks the difference between the inlet and the outlet. So if you have, for example, high inlet pressure, low outlet pressure, that's telling the computer that your filter is actually clogged up. Most of the time, these filters can be cleaned internally. These systems will run a regen, a park regen, or a force regen. What that is the engine's going to come up, the idle's going to come up high. There's a seventh injector, is what they call it, in the turbo that sprays fuel into the exhaust, and what that does is bring the temperature up. And what technically it's supposed to do is clean the filter, and a lot of times it works like it's supposed to, but sometimes it doesn't, and that's why they recommend after 500K to pull the filters, make sure everything's good. What we like to do, if we come in, we get a truck in with DPF issues, what we'll run is a level 2 diagnostics, is basically just looking over the whole system, running the park regen, and looking at these parameters, looking at the inlet pressure, looking at the outlet pressure, looking at the temperature, making sure all your pressures are good, and that kind of gives us an indication of how your system's working. Okay guys, so like I mentioned before, not all the time your system's going to be able to clean itself, so pulling the filters is recommended. OEM recommends 400, 500K, pull these filters, get them cleaned. So what we got both filters pulled here. They did is we did a flow test, and we baked and blew them, did a flow test again. So what the flow test does is basically they have a spec out on how much air is supposed to be flowing through these filters. Okay, now these pass specs, but what we did find is a couple cracks on the face of the filter. Now, since these filters are only coming off once every 400, 500K, and we do see fractures on the face, we're going to recommend these filters be replaced. And the reason why we're recommending that is because if there's any structural damage on the filter itself, of course, you're not going to have the flow needed to go through that filter. And like I mentioned, those sensors that are checking out that flow through that filter, they're going to sense something's going on with this filter, or most of the time they're going to sense that the filter's clogged. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of park regen requests. It's always going to have to regen, which is just a bunch of downtime. It's better just to replace the filter and keep on going. Okay guys, so we have these filters off. Like I mentioned, this guy is getting a cleaning done. These filters are actually ceramic filters in the center. That's what they're made out of. So of course we all know ceramic breaks. So again, when we have these filters pulled, we inspect the face of them, we do flow tests on them. This particular filter it's hard to see on camera, but this particular filter has a crack on the face of the filter. What we're going to do, here we go, we got a hairline crack. What we're going to do is request that he replace this filter. And the reason why we do that, some places are going to go ahead and say, hey, this filter is usable. But since you're only pulling these filters maybe one time in the life of this truck and you already see crack faces on this, it's going to be a good idea to go ahead and replace them. Like I mentioned before, the pressure sensors are what's measuring the flow of this filter. So if you have a crack on the face, more than likely you're going to have some damage in the middle of that filter, and that's going to cause some flow issues. So we always recommend that you replace filters if we find any cracks, anything damage on the face of the filter. Okay guys, another thing I want to mention is hardware. So these the hardware for these one boxes, they come with gaskets and clamps. Some shops are going to try to reuse these. We don't suggest you reuse these. Since we don't pull these filters off often, it's always good to go with good hardware. Something that I didn't cover is, why is my system not cleaning itself on its own? Over time, you know, of course, like I mentioned, these systems are doing regens, which is basically just RPMs going up. The 7th injector, which is behind the turbo, sprays fuel into the exhaust, brings the temperature up, so it does a self-cleaning. Not all the time it's going to clean it like it's supposed to. Sometimes that 7th injector gets clogged up, but a lot of times is when these drivers, what we see is a lot of drivers idle. It's not very healthy for these trucks to be idling. That's why you see a lot of the newer trucks have idle control or idle shutdown, because it's just not good to idle the trucks. You know, it's tough not to idle them because we need AC, we need to run all the accessories inside the truck. But what that does is, since you're not pushing that engine, you're not running that engine hard enough, it's not pushing that soot through that filter. So all it's doing is just collecting on the face of that filter and causing more soot. Okay guys, so that's maintenance on your DPF filter. If you got any questions about your after treatment system, leave them in the comments below, or you can call us at 972-225-3017, or you can email us at info@tatexpressinc.com. Again, I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. We're going to be putting more videos out there, so like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications so you can get notified whenever our new videos are out. Thanks again for joining us, and until next time, guys, be safe.